Hello everyone, this is Nintendo2 and welcome to another mod overview, this time on Are You Blind? A mod that has the ability for you to see crops or items glowing upon activating it with the G key, and also adding the ability for certain items that you have in your hand to be listed in a config file. So by default the config file is completely empty for the item list, just like so. And what you want to do obviously is just put in certain items, such as obviously Minecraft wheat, and I think when separating them you want to most likely put a comma and then start, rather than have a space before actually putting them in. So as you can see here, there's no space between the comma and adding items to the list. And upon, say, just bone mealing here, you can see the wheat now has the glowing effect. So you can see among, if you had obviously a more larger scale or closer together of crops farm, you would obviously also be using this to see things a lot easier among everything else. So I'll just put a bunch more wheat seeds down, just bone meal, a fair amount of them. You can see, like so, among everything there, and in between them, what has been harvested. Obviously at the moment I don't have any of these others glowing because I haven't got them listed, only the wheat is. You can obviously change the controls from G over shield to something else, if I can find it. So you've got plus, minus, and G. And you can add and remove stuff from the list. So if I just put, for example, beetroot in here, and I press the plus key, it says Minecraft beetroot has been added to the list. And obviously I'll update my config, and you can see the spacing as well as the fact that it's added beetroot there. So if I happen to place some beetroot in the world, and then bone meal it, and then hit it, it's glowing. And obviously if I activate or deactivate it, you can see it. It's now applied it, so I didn't have to go /reload or relog. It's already worked itself out. And yeah, you can pretty much have this applied to, I'm assuming, many different things. It doesn't just have to be crops, which we'll see, but more so centered around crops. So we'll try something like, I guess, zombie flesh, for example, and also something that is more centered around spacing. I actually want to put rotten flesh, not zombie flesh, as I just realised. So I just happen to have it where that's dropped. Actually just update that. We may reload just in case, unless it happens to be things that have to appear out of certain situations, like maybe a machine or possibly crops, I'm not sure. Doesn't seem to be doing anything there. Unless I missed something, and it's possibly a one-word thing, which is probably more likely the case. So we'll reload again, which I know I just said before that you probably don't need to, but for certain other items, if we want to try this, we might need to. So, no, it doesn't seem to be the case. I could possibly try something like seeds, I guess. Actually, I know what I'm doing wrong. We'll actually remove that and just add any new ones to the list, because it'll make things easier. So if we press plus, and we press plus there, or minus if we want to remove, because can't forget that. Then we just drop those down. They should be highlighted and also presented like so. So you can see it is now added among all the others I had before. So yeah, so it's saved from what I had done for prior adding to the list, not my saving before with removing. So that's good to know as well. So yeah, if there's any particular items you want to see, such as certain crops, or say a ton of cobble, or certain ores among cobble, for example, you happen to mine. So if there's just a fair amount of iron, and there's a ton of cobble, when you've been mining and you can't really see any of it and you want to pick up only that iron, you could probably do that as well to make things a lot easier. Just add that to the list, and obviously I can see it among the cobble now. Otherwise though, thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.